You guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School. I'm here right now in Houston at the All Black National Convention. I hope you guys will want to come out and hang out with us this weekend in Houston, where we're going to talk about all aspects and all elements of blackness, everything from wealth building to building better families to health issues to really coming together and just building a better future for our kids, education, all these things. That's what the conversations are going to be around, and also there's a lot of productivity, a lot of planning, a lot of networking. We get things done. So this is a working meeting. So if you are super black every day of the week and twice on Sundays, then come on out. You can go buy your tickets at allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. So let me jump in here. Normally, I don't go live multiple times like this in such a short period of time, but I had to do this, and it's going to be short, but I had to do this. It has to do with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is a person that I have met. Tyler called me one time. We had one conversation. It was a very good conversation. Tyler's a very nice man, and I respect him. And I want to make that 100% abundantly clear as I begin this conversation, that this is in no way to be interpreted on any level as a diss on Tyler Perry, because I do not think Tyler Perry is a man that is worth dissing. I'm not going to go diss him. I don't think Tyler is, you can say what you want about his movies. You like him or don't like him. It's totally up to you. But this is not a diss on Tyler Perry. This is more of a conversation about white supremacy. So I want to make that 100% clear, because sometimes people misinterpret things. And sometimes I get angry and it sounds like I'm hating on somebody or I'm mad at somebody. I'm not mad at Tyler, but I am mad. This week, Tyler Perry just received an honor that, he's earned, I'm sure 1,000 times over, which is a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And apparently that's the star that's something they give you if you've been around Hollywood long enough for them just to like you and, want to, I don't know, I guess want to like be buddies with you or whatever. Like they think that what you've done is good and they pat you on the back and they give you this star. Okay, that's totally cool. I have no problem with that. I think Tyler has earned it, and it's fine. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to respectfully say that Tyler, I'm going to make this argument, and you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree. It's totally up to you. I'm going to make the argument that Tyler Perry getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is incredibly disrespectful to black people. And let me tell you why. The reason that Tyler Perry getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is disrespectful to black people is because Hollywood itself is disrespectful to black people. Give me a yes or no. I need to get a yes or no from you guys in the chat. Do you think that Hollywood portrays black people in a light that is favorable on average, or do you think they portray us in a light that is unfavorable? Give me a yes or no. All right, after I'm going to share this link to Black Enough so they can join us. Answer that question for me. Give me a yes or no. Do you think that Hollywood's treatment or representations of black people are favorable or unfavorable, good or bad? You can use either word, either favorable or good or unfavorable or bad. What do you think? Or you can just say yes or no, whichever one you want to do. Yes, it's favorable. No, it's not. It's up to you. All right. Okay. So I think that Hollywood portrayals of black people are incredibly unfavorable. I think even the most conservative people will say that Hollywood pretty much makes black people look like a big sack of assholes. Like we end up looking really stupid. I want to ask you this. Do you think that black people are recognized? Yes or no? Do you think that we are adequately recognized in a fair way in Hollywood? Do you think that Hollywood is fair to us or unfair to us when it comes to our recognition? Yes or no? Do you think that we get fairly recognized for our talents? Yes or no? Okay, I see Layla and Charles and K Tyrone. Okay. Do you think that we get as many opportunities in Hollywood as we should? Yes or no? Do you think that black people get a chance to, really show our talents at a level that we really should? Or do we get stifled quite a bit from Hollywood? Okay. You see where I'm going with this. I hope that you see where I'm going with this. The reason I'm asking you this string of questions is because I want you to really kind of stop and look in the mirror and kind of ask yourself this. And just say this to yourself. Hollywood, and I study Hollywood extensively. I have all my students in the Black Business School read the book called How the Jews Invented Hollywood. It's not anti-Semitic in any way. It is meant for you to understand game and how empires are built. I want black people to build our own Hollywoods. I don't want us copying somebody else or trying to be in somebody else's space. I think that we need our own space because black people don't have any friends. And for whatever reason, in the history of Hollywood, there has been an extensive effort over time to control the minds of the masses, to use media, which is very good at programming the subconscious mind, to program the masses to see the world in a specific way. You're trained to see the Jewish community in a positive light because, the Jewish community controls quite a bit of Hollywood. And you're also trained to see African Americans and Black people in a very negative light, in a light that promotes buffoonery, coonery, feminization of the Black man, destruction of the Black family, that promotes chaos in the Black community. And you see that reflected. There's a statement that says art imitates life, life imitates art. And basically, we imitate art every single day of the week because the imagery coming out of Hollywood is absolutely dastardly. It's absolutely insanely barbaric when it comes to Black people. And that, how does that translate to the world? Well, it translates to the world because what happens is that when you are portrayed in a negative light, when you are portrayed in a stereotypical way, when entertainment, which is controlled by other communities, whether you're talking about movies or music, when entertainment consistently presents a subhuman image of you to the world, then that leads people to feel okay exterminating you. That makes them feel okay shooting you down on the street. And it's when a cop kills a Black man, nobody cares because they say, oh, well, it's good. It's good. We got rid of a rodent. When they burned down Black Wall Street, they burned down Black Wall Street because the whites were told through media that they were actually going to basically take care of a problem, the Negro problem. These out of control Black people were getting out of pocket. So we went to Black Wall Street to go and protect the good white folks from the crazy Black folks. Right? All this is portrayed in media. All this is portrayed in media. Media is not typically owned and controlled by Black people. The people that control media present an image of you to America and to the world that promotes your mass extermination, no differently from what Adolf Hitler did in World War II to the Jewish community. So with that being said, Hollywood is the epicenter of this. Hollywood is a space where many of the images that appear of our people are not images that are approved by our people, not by the masses of our people. Maybe a couple of chosen Negroes go in the room and they okay everything, and then they go and put something crazy on TV, and the masses of Black people are like, where did this shit come from? We didn't approve this shit. Have you ever listened to a song on the radio and said, who said that this was an okay song to put out? Who made the decision to put out this horribly ratchet shit where you're promoting drug addiction amongst the Black community and financial irresponsibility, sexual irresponsibility, violence, celebrating our genocide? I live in Chicago. I get tired of seeing babies getting shot in the head because somebody thinks it's okay, somebody thinks it's cute. And you got a damn Black president right around the corner, ain't said nothing about it. But probably 2 days ago, this week, I'm sure some little 5-year-old got shot in the crossfire of some gang shit that was been promoted all through media. They think this shit's funny. They think this shit is entertainment. This is fun for them, but this is real life for you. So why do I go back to the point that Hollywood is not only racist and disrespectful, but this star on the Walk of Fame is not a sign of respect. This is not a sign of respect. You see, here's the thing, right? Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button. I always have to remember to tell you guys to do this. Please hit the thumbs up button. And I know Ramona said you got the notification late. I'm just glad you got the notification. If you want to get all the notifications, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when I go live. Okay, so hit the notification bell. Please hit that. Let me know that you hit that and the thumbs up button. It's really important. Here's the deal. When somebody disrespects you and they keep spitting in your face and they keep on telling you that you ain't shit, and they keep trying to convince you to become worse than what you already are, when they continuously re-traumatize you and present you in a way that is that's going to cause significant headaches for you and your family because you got to deal with these stereotypes everywhere you go, that ain't your friend. That's not a group of people that respects you. That's not an entity that sees Black people in a favorable light. So when you are rewarded by these individuals, when these very same people who disrespected you, when these very same people who have insulted you every chance they got, come around and say, we want to honor you now. We want to give one of you a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That is not something to celebrate, because you don't celebrate when your rapist comes around with a wedding ring. If a rapist asks you to marry him, you don't say, oh my God, thank God, Lord Jesus, I'm so happy he finally proposed. What the fuck are you celebrating? You ever see that? You ever see a woman dating a man who's a complete asshole, who done beat her ass, talk shit about her, cheated on her 10,000 times, trying to fuck all her best friends, hates her guts, talks about her like a dog in public, it's damn near spits in her face everywhere she goes, And then finally he proposes after he done had her sitting around as a baby's mama for 8 years. And then she's really happy, like, oh my God, girl, I'm getting married. I'm getting married. You ever seen that? I don't know if y'all ever seen that. I had a friend like that. She had a boyfriend that was literally the most disrespectful man ever. And she was telling me all like literally my ears would be like melting because she would constantly tell me all these stories about these horrible things he did. Like, let me tell you what he did today. Let me tell you what he did. Yeah. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm thinking like, why don't you leave this dude? Oh, well, I get it. Your self-esteem is low and you don't feel like you can go anywhere else because he's convinced you that nobody's going to want you if he doesn't want you. I see. Okay, so you're addicted to him like the same way a crack addict is addicted to the pipe, even though they could be like, this shit gonna kill me, right? They smoking every day because but even though they can sit here and explain to you, a crackhead, a lot of really smart crackheads are very good at telling you how this shit's gonna kill you, but they'll smoke it anyway, right? So a lot of us, we do that. We are addicted to certain things that we know are bad for us. So you're addicted to that man, and that's why you stick around despite the fact that he's pissing all over you. He's doing an R. Kelly on your forehead every single day of the week. Okay, fine. And then I remember this friend was telling me these stories about how terrible her boyfriend was. And then one day she calls me and I'm like, what are you so happy for? She's like, oh my God, he proposed. He proposed. I was like, wait, a new guy? You met a new man this since Friday who proposed to you? Because if that didn't happen, then you're confusing me right now. Right now, I'm really thinking you have a mental illness because I don't think you're going to be happy marrying the person who's been disrespecting you for the last 5 years of your life. I don't see that. I can't co-sign on that. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to be a wet blanket. I'm not here to be mean, but I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Somehow, and that's the thing. Sometimes when your self-esteem is so low and you're just looking for anybody to validate you, you make certain mistakes. Like, for example, you may actually honor your enemies more than your friends. You may actually do more for the person who hates you than you do for the people who love you. You know, you ever see a dude do that? You ever see dudes like they have a girl that's really down for them and loves them to death and they treat them like shit? But then there's some woman who knows the game, so she acts like a complete bitch and like really plays the hell out of him. And he's like chasing her down and buying her flowers and begging for her love, right? We do that. Like a lot of us do that, and that's a self-esteem issue. When your self-esteem gets intact, you flip the script. You start saying, no, wait a minute. I'm going to give my best to the people who love me, and I'm going to give my worst to the people who hate me. But when you're growing up and you chase shiny objects, right? You give your best to the people who hate you and your worst to the people who love you. Right? That's what happens when you're immature, like looking for a job. You may want to work for the company so bad and want to be down so bad and want to be part of the cool group, the cool kids group so bad, like, oh my God, girl, I'm working for the White House, whatever, right? And you may want that so bad that you'll let that employer mistreat you and disrespect you so you can say I have this job, right? Or you do it in dating. You could just so you can say I'm married to a senator. You put up with all kinds of bullshit because you want to be married to a wealthy man, right? And then when you get older and you start learning who you really are, and you start realizing that you are worthy, then what happens is you start flipping the script. You start flipping the script. You start saying, no, wait, I don't really need your validation anymore because I'm good. I'm good enough the way I am. And if you can't treat me right, then you can just hit the door. You can go. Right. Or men learn that. Like I learned that over time. I mean, I'm like everybody else. I've done stupid things where I was giving my best to some raggedy ass woman who treated me like shit. But now I'm a grown ass man. You know, I love the hell out of the woman I have at home because she loves the hell out of me. If she didn't love the hell out of me, then I would go love somebody else. I mean, like, this is some good loving. Being with Boyce Watkins is a pretty cool thing. So, you should be pretty happy that I'm around, and I'm happy that you're around. So we happy each other's around. So let's do this love thing. But if you can't respect me, then I'm going to go be with somebody who's going to respect me. If you can't appreciate me, then I'm gonna give my best to somebody else. I'm not gonna give you my best when you give me your worst. It ain't gonna work like that. So your sick, demented, I'm talking about you and me and all of us, our sick, demented relationship with Hollywood is that because our self-esteem is low and we are begging and pleading and praying to white Jesus for a white man's validation, leads us to continuously give our best to people who give us their worst. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Am I lying? Can you really make any argument whatsoever that Hollywood has been respectful to black people over the last 50 years? Can you make any argument at all? I could probably point 2 or 3 movies that are coming out right now that are making y'all look like a pack of damn raccoons. Like seriously, that are making you look stupid right now to the world. And they do it because you tolerate it and you're okay with that, as long as you can get that check, or as long as you can get that little piece of validation. Most of y'all ain't even getting a check. Tyler Perry's getting the checks. He's made probably about $250 million from Hollywood. So I forgive Tyler for taking the star. I cheer him on. Good for you, Tyler. But I ain't getting no checks when stereotypes of people that look like me are being mass promoted to the world, and I got to fight through that. So I'm not particularly happy about any of it. It doesn't make me comfortable. And so I make the argument to you that getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, or getting an Oscar, or all these other awards that they make up, go look up the history. Go read How the Jews Invented Hollywood. There's a section where they talk about how the Oscars and the Academy Awards were all made up, because they said they felt they knew that the artists and the actors needed validation. They're like, okay, we're not going to give them no more money, but we'll give them validation because they don't. So they created the awards to avoid paying them more money, right? So they're like, shit, we don't want to give them no money, but let's create this bullshit award so they'll feel good about themselves, right? So to me, because I'm a person of substance, I'm not big on flash. I'm not a guy who's going to wear Gucci. I'll go wear something from Target, and I'm okay with that, right? I don't need the fanciest car in the block. I drive a car because it's comfortable, right? Because I think that way. I'm going to look at what you're offering me and really look at what it is, and not what you told me that it is, right? So to me, I'm just going to say this respectfully, with full respect to Tyler Perry. I want to make that 100% clear. This is not a Tyler Perry diss video. So, Tyler, if you're watching, I think you're cool, brother. Tyler, let me tell you also what Tyler did, and I respect him for this. I reached out to him after we had that one conversation, and I said, hey, I'd like to do a tour of your studio. Are you around? He wasn't around, but he arranged for his second in command to give me a 3 hour tour of Tyler Perry Studios. And actually, my goddaughter got a job with Tyler Perry Studios after that happened. I didn't know that she went back to circle back around and talk to him, but I was happy about it. She got her experience. She's now in Hollywood working with Ava DuVernay. I'm very, very proud of her. And Tyler, helped open that door, and that makes me very happy. So from a personal standpoint, you're not going to really hear me diss Tyler Perry. You're just not going to hear me do it. You'll hear me disagree with people, because I disagree with everybody, but you're not going to hear me really diss him, because I think that there are worse demons in the world than Tyler Perry movies. If you don't like the movies, just don't go see it. But I do think that there's a significant issue here when we are seeking validation from the very people who hate the shit out of us, who really hate our guts. I really think that we as a people got to really think about what that means, and think about what we celebrate. And every time you get tempted to jump up and down because a white man decided to finally acknowledge black talent, you got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Like, what is it about them that makes them so special that leads us to get excited because they finally notice how great we are? You need to notice how great you are, and know that you're sitting on top of a gold mine, and I will say that I think this is something I've actually lived in my own life. When I finally came into my own truth, I remember back when I first started doing like public scholarship and everything else, I saw the value in me before anybody else did. I'm talking about going back to 2004, when I had to pay money to go speak. Like, nobody wanted to hear me speak. I couldn't, now, I'll get $10,000 to go give a speech or whatever. But back then, like, nobody would pay me to speak. I had a PhD, but nobody knew who I was. But I knew who I was, and I knew that I was valuable. I knew that I was powerful. And I said, wow, I'm sitting on, $100 million asset because of just who I am and what I think I can offer to the world. I just need to let everybody else catch up and tell everybody how great this is, and then they're going to catch up with this. But I'm gonna tell you, like, I think, I'm the humility is there. Like, I'm down to earth on those things, but don't think that I don't believe that I'm not meant to be a super king. And the difference is, though, this is not no arrogant shit. This is me telling you that a lot of y'all sitting up in here, a lot of y'all are sitting here as kings and queens. There are amazing things you're going to do for the world that you can do for the world, but you got to see that value instead of waiting for other people to see the value. Because I tell you what, if a white man came along and gave all of y'all awards tomorrow, a lot of y'all will be feeling better about yourself. You'd be feeling mighty fine about yourself now that the white man done recognized you, now that he done gave you the star and gave you the trophy, the little fake ass, ugly ass trophy. You're starting to feel mighty good about yourself, right? When really it was there all along. It was there all along, and you just needed that to be unlocked. And so I say, stop waiting for other people to unlock that, and unlock that in yourself. And just unlock that in yourself, and then you control all of that, right? Because a lot of times you have to sell yourself in order to receive that validation. So going back to the original point, you shouldn't get excited because you got an engagement ring from a rapist, right? Right? You shouldn't get excited because somebody who insulted the hell out of you, violated you, stole your wealth, screwed you over in a million different ways, has deteriorated and destroyed your image around the world, suddenly decides they want to give you a star or say, good job. Man, fuck your damn star. I'm busy that day. I don't have time to show up to pick up this star. Y'all want to put it in there? Great. Cool. I'm glad you're finally seeing what we saw all along, because we always knew black people were great from the beginning. So that's my 2 cents. And that's what it is. I'm out of here, guys. Feel free to come to the convention. We're here all weekend. allblacknationalconvention.com. It's in Houston. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. You can watch the live stream at allblackeducation.com. The live stream starts Saturday morning. Tomorrow night sessions are private sessions, so we can't live stream those. But the main sessions are Saturday, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday. So you can go to allblackeducation.com. Feel free to join us via live stream, and also go to theblackbusinessschool.com, theblackbusinessschool.com. We're an education built for you, by you, and you guys know what it is. Like, I'm right here front and center for you, and I want you guys to just, trust your instincts. And if you think that we can help you, let us help you. We'd love to help you, and we'd love your help as well, because we're actually trying to go take over the world on a shoestring budget. But I know that we can do it, because black people, there's nothing black people can't do. And so I'm gonna tap into the greatness of blackness to know that, just know 5-10 years from now, what we have now is going to be epically transformative for the entire black community, because I truly believe to the core of my heart that we can change the whole world together. I really believe that, and that's what I get up to and do every day, and that's why I sound half crazy when I'm talking, because I really believe this shit like it's gospel. So take care, guys. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hit the thumbs up button for me, please, before you go. Talk to you later. Peace.